Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to day 52 of the God Hears Her devotional. This morning's passage is in Deuteronomy chapter 31, verses 1 through 8. If y'all are ready, let's get started. And the word says, Then Moses went out and spoke these words to all Israel. I am now 120 years old, and I am no longer able to lead you. The Lord said to me, You shall not cross the Jordan. The Lord your God himself will cross over ahead of you. He will destroy these nations before you, and you will take possession over their land. Joshua also will cross over ahead of you, as the Lord said. And the Lord will do to them what he did to Sihon and Og, the kings of the Amorites, who he destroyed along with their land. The Lord will deliver them to you, and you must do to them all that I have commanded you. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified of them, for the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Then Moses summoned Joshua and said to him in the presence of all Israel, Be strong and courageous, for you must go with this people into the land that the Lord swore to their ancestors to give them, and you must divide it among them as their inheritance. The Lord himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged. One second while I prepare the scripture summary, please. Our scripture summary this morning comes from Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse 8. I wrote down, God protects us in every decision. He's got us covered. It's human nature for us to be nervous about something from time to time. But God doesn't leave us behind. See, us as humans, sometimes our second instinct is to be anxious or nervous about something, depending on what the situation is. But sometimes that's okay. But in almost every situation, we as believers need to realize that there's no reason for us to be anxious or discouraged. However, as humans, sometimes it feels impossible to do that. But don't worry about that, because God knows every decision and every situation we've ever been in, from the time we were born to the time that it's time for us to leave and go up to heaven. So, while it is second nature for us to be discouraged about not hitting a promotion at work or just life in general, sometimes we need to take a step back and realize that God already knows how the outcome is going to be. So all we need to do is just let him do the hard work for us. That is easier said than done most of the time. But if we can just do it in baby steps, it shouldn't be that difficult. That's all the time that we have for today's lesson. Thank you all so much for watching. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody.